ago, these cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what happened?
So what are you proposing?
It's simple. Kill the Batman.
I promise you, the dawn is coming.
And here we go. Come on. This city deserves a better class of criminal. And I'm gonna give it to him. No! You'll see. I'll show you.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
What's going on, everyone? The Great Talent here, and today, we are going to talk about not only the greatest Batman movie of all time, one of my near and dear favorite movies of all time, The Dark Knight. We're gonna just fucking go balls deep. Don't worry, no pun intended. First and foremost, thanks everybody for the few of you who are stopping by. I don't know who you are out there, but I see the views, whether it just be myself or one of my close personal friends. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and just know that it doesn't go unnoticed. And those of you new who happen to stop by, if you like the video, don't forget to like and maybe subscribe. So with that being said, The Dark Knight, baby, The Dark fucking Knight. Christopher Nolan and Jonathan Nolan's great, and I'm sorry, I can't forget David S. Goyer. Those big three right there have created and crafted such movie magic that I haven't been this enamored and glamored by a movie franchise, like a movie within a franchise, ever since. And I'm going to be as bold to say this, folks, and you may disagree with me. I haven't been this in love with the movie since the days of Star Wars and with The Empire Strikes Back. I think The Dark Knight, and feel free to agree or disagree. You know, I'm just being a free thinker right now. This movie is The Empire Strikes Back of the Batman universe, the Batverse. So it is. It's literally, in the words of Mary Poppins, folks, it's practically perfect in every single way. And it is. It really is. Even the nonsense of moments, even the fucking moments that don't make sense, like the whole Christopher Nolan just stroking himself off at the end of the movie with the two ships blowing each other up, and the anticipation there, to like the whole Joker's perfect timing in almost every situation that he's in to get the upper hand. It doesn't matter because it's just so well told, and it unfolds so well in such a beautifully poignant, smart, clever way that it just makes you forget about all of it just really makes it really hard to pick it apart because it's just so good. It's so engaging. It's so immersive that you're just literally, folks, when I can shut off the lights and shut off and literally ignore my phone for almost 2.5 hours without touching it, it's a sign. It's a surefire sign that they have something special, especially in this climate we're in. It's 2022 now, and we're all distracted by technology, whether it be phones or computers or screens or any type of screen. Even if you're watching television, you're always looking at your other screens and shit like that. Video games, mobile phones, all that shit, this movie is just fantastic in every single which way. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Dark Knight shirt. I had to. I've been wearing it a couple of times during these videos, and I had to today because I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it because I gotta do it for the best Batman movie of all time. I have to do it. Best Batman movie of all time, subjectively, best Joker performance of all time, in my opinion. I'm sorry, Jack. Not sorry, Jack Nicholson. So, sorry, Uncle Jack. Mr. Ledger, the late great Mr. Ledger, has fucking beat you. If you would have won an Academy Award, like a dead man beat you out for an Academy Award. So he beat out a lot of people for an Academy Award. So I don't want to hear it. The only actor to win the supporting actor role who actually died before he won the award. So kudos to him. Rest his soul wherever he may be. And he was taken from us too soon, because just imagine, folks, what we would have gotten. Just think about this for a second. Think about what brilliance we would have gotten if he would have lived. Now, at the end, with, I don't want to spoil anything, but you know what? The movie's like almost 15 years old, so I'm going to give you guys a chance to click away now before I start spoiling things. Timestamp is 4 minutes and 15 seconds, I think, maybe a little later, but doesn't matter. I'm going to put a note in the spoiler tag in the description, so don't worry about it. So at the end of the movie, they could have had the option to kill the Joker off, but they made a decision. This was before they found out Heath Ledger died. To have Batman obviously not break his one rule and not kill the Joker, just kind of just catches him and whatnot. And I liked how in the end of the movie, I'm kind of going backwards here, but I liked how in the end of the movie, the Joker, like he was pushed off a building the same way. I think it was kind of a little bit of an homage to Jack Nicholson. Now Jack Nicholson's Joker, because he died, although Jack Nicholson, he didn't catch him, he just let him fucking fall like a pancake on the ground and die. Heath Ledger, he caught Heath Ledger's Joker, and then he brings him back up, and he says some of the... Folks, the Joker's dialogue in this movie is like way better than anything in the rest of this movie. His dialogue alone will get you like really thinking about life. No joke. He will get you thinking about life in ways you never thought about life. Like legit. And like, I know again, I'm going backwards here. I'm sorry for doing that, but I just want to get my point across. Like what he says in his final lines before the movie wraps up were, what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. He goes, you won't kill me and I won't kill you because you're just too fun. And then he goes, you and I are destined to do this forever. And I always get the chills, and it makes me very sad when he says that, because I'm like, oh, you could have done it forever if you didn't fucking kill yourself. Like, come on, man. But that just goes to show you folks that, self-help is really important. Therapy is important. I don't want to get too preachy here, but, if you feel like you are in a dark place and he dived into a dark hole to prepare himself for this movie. So he was already going through some shit, but this role kind of, I think, amplified it in my opinion. So it kind of just accelerated what, the inevitable, I guess, if you want to call it that. So, if you're feeling a little bit down, everybody gets depressed, but if you're feeling a little bit like where you're just hopeless, don't be afraid to talk to a friend, a counselor, something like that. And again, I don't want to get all like guidance counselor, but I just want to make that note because we lost one of the greatest actors of our generation because of that. But anyway, back to the fun stuff. So in the beginning of the movie here, it starts off where, it picks up after Batman Begins, because the end of Batman Begins, the Joker gives, Commissioner Gordon gives Batman the Joker's calling card, so he knows he's lurking about somewhere in the beginning of this movie. Starts off with a bank heist, a very, pretty cool bank heist. After that, it just kind of, unfolds where Joker is, the mob is still involved. They're cleaning up after, Carmine Falcone, and now you got Maroni, who's taken over for that position with other crime bosses of the city. They're all scared of the Batman because the Batman is just he's out there and he's taking them out one at a time. So they inadvertently turn to the Joker, and they're Joker's like, I will kill Batman, but you got to give me half your funds, blah blah blah, and all that shit. Just the way it just unfolds is just so fucking good. And then the Joker just kind of tries to draw Batman out of hiding and tries to make him a villain. I mean, we've seen that done before, but not at this scope. This is just a larger scope. The same thing with the choices that the Joker makes Batman make, whether to save two people that he actually cares about and separate it in two different places within Gotham City. And by doing that is the similarity to Batman Forever, where the Riddler, at the end of Batman Forever, he made Batman choose between Robin and his love interest at the time, Dr. Chase Meridian. So it's kind of like that, kind of, sort of, and they did the same thing at the end with Boats, the Joker. Kind of, sort of. I mean, it's pretty fucking genius, folks, when you think about it. Yes, if you think about it too much, you can start to pick it apart, but it's just the way it's portrayed. It's not meant to be really, it's meant to be picked apart, but it's not meant to be berated or ridiculed or anything like that. It's just appreciate them trying, folks. Appreciate them trying to just make something different, not make a run-of-the-mill campy Batman movie. This is a dark, gritty, the whole trilogy is a dark, gritty trilogy. It's the closest thing we'll ever get. I mean, not to say we would ever need a Batman rated R movie, but this is the closest thing you'll ever get to a Batman like rated R like movie, and because it's so dark, it's so like they don't show like killings, but like Joker's like slashing people up, and of course they pan the camera away, but you know he's fucking doing magic tricks, fucking popping people's eyeballs out of their socket, but you don't see it. I mean, it's just the implication is there. The implication is there, but you know what I mean? It's just not, you know, it's just that you don't see it graphically. You know, granted, if this was a Punisher movie, you'd see fucking blood and guts and gore. But anyway, but the Joker, you know, Heath Ledger is the Joker. He is the shining star of this movie from his outfits, his persona, his makeup, the way he sounds. I mean, there was this one scene where he's like, he holds one guy hostage on television. He televises it, and he just sounds so maniacal. And it just, the one part where he goes, he's laughing and giggling, and then the hostage is like getting all scared, he's looking away, and then he just goes, hey, look at me. He goes, hey, look at me. He goes, look at me. And then every time he says that, I just said it right now, and I just, you know, get chills because he just sounds so like demonic. It's just so fucking eerie, folks. And other times he's actually kind of quirky and funny. I think this is the most versatile Joker we will ever get in our generation, in our even our lifetimes. Because he can be quirky and funny when he wants to be. He can be serious when he wants to be. He can be just straight up maniacal and demonic when he wants to be. He is just, like he says, a true agent of chaos. And he just doesn't play by anybody's rules, not even his own. He doesn't know. He's like he says in the movie, he's like a dog catching cars. You know, you never know. You just never know what you would do when you catch a car. You catch a car, you just doesn't know. He just chases them. Let's talk about Harvey Dent, the other hero turned villain in the movie. As we all know, I mean, it's not a big spoiler to know that Harvey Dent does become Two-Face. He became Two-Face in the comics. So, unless you're blind, you're going to know he becomes Two-Face. And I think he looks so fucking awesome as Two-Face with the fucking face missing, and you see the muscle skeleton and everything. I mean, granted, it doesn't make any real sense when you think about it because... you know, how the fuck does he like get grit and grime out of there, but not fucking get it infected and everything like that? But again, don't think too much. Just enjoy the movie. I liked how his transformation, like, you know, the Joker like purposely made him become a villain, and to show like, and the whole theme of this movie is that nobody is safe from corruption and falling to like their knees and just being at the bottom of the barrel because. Everyone has a kill switch. Everyone has a button that button that you can press to fucking just switch you from like good to evil. Like, you know, everyone is like capable of that. Not to say they will be, but they have that capability. So Joker kind of showcased that with Harvey Dent, and I think he did a great job in doing so. And you kind of see his transformation and downfall, and it's kind of tragic when you think about it. The only really complaints about this movie, I mean, you can kind of see where this review's going, but if I had any nitpicks at all, there's just one. It's just Batman's voice. Unfortunately, it's gotten deeper. I think he's trying to like battle some type of like fucking throat issue or whatever, because it sounds like he sucked down like not only just a pack of Marlboros this time, he sucked the whole fucking like 2 cartons at a time. Like he's just growling. Like he sounds like fucking what's his name? Like DMX versus so like he's just Rough Rider, like he's just barking at times. But I mean, because sometimes you can't even understand what the fuck he says, folks. He's like, I honestly thought at the beginning of the movie when he says, you know, when they say what made with the imposters and everything, like what makes us so different from you, and he goes, I honestly thought for 10, 15 years now, he said, I'm not wearing hockey masks. I thought he said, I'm not wearing hockey masks. He's saying pants. I'm not wearing hockey pants. I'm like, pants? Hockey pants? Oh, I thought he said hockey masks. Then again, I don't know why he would have said hockey masks, but that's what he thought he said, because who the fuck knows what he's saying half the time. But that's my only complaint about the movie. Other than that, it's fucking flawless. I know I've been rambling a lot. Also, I wasn't really, a fan of Maggie Gyllenhaal. I miss Katie Holmes. I can't believe I just said that. I thought she did a better job portraying Rachel. Plus, Maggie Gyllenhaal kind of has Cabbage Patch face. So, yeah, other than that. So other than that, Christopher Gordon, Gary Oldman, fantastic as always. Alfred, Michael Caine, fantastic as always. Next movie I'm going to do, obviously, going to finish this trilogy off with The Dark Knight Rises. That's going to be next, so look forward to that. And, so I'll probably just got to drop my score and then we'll be out. So, yeah, if I had to score The Dark Knight on a scale of 1 to 10, as if I was going to give it anything lower than a perfect 10. It's a 10, 10. I would go higher than a 10, but I don't want to seem facetious, but it's a 10, folks. It is an absolute perfect rendition of anything that you would ever want in a Batman movie, and it even inspired the iconic game series, Batman Arkham Asylum, with the scenes of him gliding down from like rooftops and like taking out hostages in a silent manner, to the Joker and the way his goons look, and the way the Joker just kind of like runs the show behind the scenes, and the way his goons look, how he fights those goons on in the video games. So this trilogy has just been a pinnacle of success and a pillar of what to do in a Batman movie, which is why I hope The Batman by Matt Reeves is gonna be take a little bit out of like the Dark Knight trilogy and a little bit out of the Tim Burton movies. Leave those fucking Joel Schumacher films alone. Don't even talk about Batman versus Superman, which I am going to watch, folks. That's going to be my last stop. So I'm going to watch that Snyder cut, and God help us all. So that's all I could say. Anyway, with that being said, that is my review of The Dark Knight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Where is she?